Welcome back to session 2 of our coaching moments for If Only. I really appreciate you taking the time to prepare for your role as a small group host. So this short video is going to give you the help you need to prepare to have a great group. Now, if you emphasize inviting new people to your group last week, then make sure you're expecting them and make a point of welcoming them in. When the meeting starts, ask them to introduce themselves and say how they heard about the group. Also, have the returning members also introduce themselves by sharing their name and one thing they got out of last week's meeting. This is a great way to easily give new people a bunch of good reasons why they should stay in the group. Also, be sure to remind your group that it's never too late to invite new people to the group. Jesus wants all of us to have the same heart that he has for people who aren't connected to him and his family. So continue thinking and praying about others who might be willing to join the group. It's never too late. Now you may be thinking, we already have 7 or 8 people, maybe 11 or 12 or even more. We don't have any more space in our living room. Hold on, there's a solution for that. And the answer to that is subgrouping. And that means instead of maybe making one really big circle for the whole meeting, that you have people gather in smaller circles of 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe after the video segment. You can have 2 circles in the living room, or one can go in the dining room, or wherever you feel comfortable that they can go at that place in your home, or really wherever you're hosting your small group. So if you have a large group, but you don't want a subgroup for the small group, you may want to do it at least for the prayer time at the end so people can share a little bit more. Subgrouping into smaller groups for prayer can help make sure that the quiet people are going to be a little bit more willing to share. After all, when people feel heard, they feel loved. When they feel loved, they're much more likely to come back. So if they're in a circle of 15 people and they're not heard, they might not come back. So whatever is setting you think would work best for your group, you're going to want to make sure that people feel comfortable sharing about prayer needs that they may have. Now next, I want to talk about ways to involve more people in owning the group. One is the prayer and praise sheet in the back of your daily guide. So ask for somebody in your group to keep track of the group's prayer request and answers to prayer as well. If you're going to be subgrouping into smaller circles for prayer, just have one person in each circle pass on the circle's prayer request to a person who's keeping the sheet for the whole group. That way, everybody knows what's happening with everybody else, but you can still stay in your smaller prayer circles. A second way to involve people is to ask for a couple of volunteers to plan a group social. This might be a potluck meal, a night out at a restaurant, or a barbecue with everyone's kids joining in. Okay, so who are the group members who love to throw parties? Tap them on the shoulders and get them to handle this. The final thing I'd like you to do is be willing to pass the baton to another person host the next meeting. This is a great way for you to see the study through the eyes of people who have a different mix of gifts. And it's also going to push their growth into kind of fast forward motion as they step up to meet the challenging of hosting the group. Finally, another way to grow together as a group is to attend a weekend church service together. So if you've got people in your group who don't attend Church of the King, this is a great time to invite them. Meet them at the door, help them get their kids checked in, get them a nice cup of coffee, and then y'all join together with the rest of your group for a great weekend service experience. So that's it. Thanks for listening to this. And remember to pray for, we're going to be praying for you, and we're going to be praying for your group as you prepare, because I know that God is listening. So have a great meeting. God is going to use you this week.